Cleveland, Ohio is the scene for the Grizzlies. Full of talent, it's the Lithuanian big man, Jonas Valanciunas. And he tries to wheel his team to victory as they game plan for the job ahead at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Grizzlies, Cavs, up next. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. A moment now to check out some numbers for Colin Sexton.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. We've got Allen. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Anderson. Then it's Brooks, and it's Jones in at the point guard position. And for the Cavaliers, Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Okoro out there with Sexton. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Here's Osman. Pass to Drummond. Kicks it to Okoro. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. And here is Allen. He had 10 points in the win against Brooklyn. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now Sexton. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And that one's good. Osman.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Brooks, the pass to Anderson. Back to Brooks. Nance with some nice D.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Brooks against Sexton. And the pass to Osman. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. And Drummond is right there.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Jones, the pass to Allen. Anderson outside. Memphis moving it around. Up top, Valanciunas. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
And for players like Andre Drummond, sometimes it's a paradox. Great individual rebounding doesn't always translate into great team rebounding.
That almost sounds, Greg, counterintuitive, right? Because you wonder, is it a lack of boxing out? So if they don't get it, an opponent does. What is clear unequivocally, though, there is more to team success than individual numbers.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick, a shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Third is Andre Drummond.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
Brooks with no one around. Bangs home the trifecta.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their fourth try.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. Big man and big problems tonight with Andre Drummond on the other side. Coach told me that they can't depend on one player keeping Drummond off the glass. It's going to take a group effort on the boards. They know the task that they face, and it's a big one. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Shooting two.
And that one misses. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt. You know, getting everybody on the same